Have you ever dreamed of standing where gladiators fought for their lives nearly 2,000 years ago? Today, we're taking you inside the legendary Colosseum in Rome, not just to admire one of the world's greatest landmarks, but to show you how to make the most of your visit. I'll share practical touring tips, fascinating history, and even compare with scenes from Gladiator. We explored the Colosseum on a guided tour with LIV Tours, and I'll let you know why having an expert guide made such a difference. If you're planning a trip to Italy, I hope this video helps you experience the Colosseum the right way. And if you'd like a little help putting your own Italian adventure together, that's exactly what I do through Photasma Travel. Now let's step back in time to ancient Rome. While the crowds weren't quite as massive as they were in ancient Rome, we picked a pretty exciting day to visit. It just happened to be the Rome Marathon, so the streets around the Colosseum were packed with runners and spectators from all over the world. It's incredible to imagine what the Colosseum looked like at the height of the Roman Empire. What we see today is the weathered stone skeleton of an ancient giant, but nearly 2,000 years ago, it was covered in gleaming white marble, decorated with colorful statues, and filled with more than 50,000 cheering spectators watching everything from gladiator battles to exotic animal hunts. To really experience the Colosseum, we booked the best of Colosseum and ancient Rome with exclusive arena access through LIV Tours. It's a semi-private tour with a maximum of just 6 guests, which makes for a much more personal experience than the large group tours. The tour costs about $179 per person, and we ended up getting incredibly lucky. The other guests never showed up. That meant we had our own private guide for the entire experience, giving us plenty of opportunities to ask questions, take photos, and explore at a relaxed pace. If it's within your budget, I can honestly say this was one of the highlights of our trip to Rome. Construction of the Colosseum began in 72 AD under Emperor Vespasian and was completed about 8 years later by his son, Titus. It could hold an estimated 50,000 spectators who came to watch gladiator contests, wild animal hunts, public spectacles, and other forms of entertainment that showcased the power of the Roman Empire. Over the centuries, earthquakes, fires, and the removal of its marble for other building projects transformed it into the ruins we see today. If you're planning a visit, my biggest piece of advice is to book your tickets well in advance, especially if you want arena floor or underground access. Arriving early, wearing comfortable shoes, and taking a guided tour will give you a much deeper appreciation for the incredible history hidden within these ancient walls. Beneath the arena floor lies the Colosseum's underground, known as the Hypogeum. This maze of tunnels and chambers once housed gladiators, exotic animals, and elaborate stage machinery, using trapdoors like the ones you see here to make dramatic entrances into the arena. Part of the arena floor has been carefully reconstructed to help visitors visualize what the Colosseum looked like during its glory days. Standing here gives you the same perspective the gladiators had before stepping into battle, while also revealing just how much of the underground was hidden beneath the original wooden floor covered in sand. As we make our way to the upper level of the Colosseum, you really begin to appreciate just how massive this structure is. From up here, it's easy to see the incredible engineering that allowed more than 50,000 spectators to enter, find their seats, and exit in a remarkably short amount of time. The Romans designed dozens of numbered entrances and passageways, many of the same concepts still used in modern stadiums today. The higher you sat, the lower your social status. Senators and important officials enjoyed the best seats closest to the arena, while ordinary citizens filled the middle sections. Women, with a few exceptions, and the poorest members of society were typically seated in the uppermost levels. This is also one of the best places to take photos. You get sweeping views of the entire arena floor, the underground, and the surrounding city of Rome. Take your time here, look beyond the stones, and imagine the roar of the crowd echoing through the stadium nearly 2,000 years ago. It's one of those rare places where history doesn't just surround you, it almost feels alive. One thing that surprises many visitors is that the Colosseum wasn't used continuously for gladiator games. Those spectacles came to an end in the early 5th century, and over the centuries the amphitheater served as everything from a fortress to workshops and even housing. After several major earthquakes damaged the structure, much of its marble was removed and reused to build churches, palaces, and other landmarks throughout Rome. A couple of tips before you visit. Bring a refillable water bottle, especially during the warmer months. Wear comfortable walking shoes because you'll be climbing plenty of ancient stone steps, and don't rush your experience. Take time to stop, look around, and imagine the incredible stories these walls could tell. And before we head back down, don't miss one of my favorite views from the upper level, the magnificent Arch of Constantine, standing just outside the Colosseum, a perfect reminder that some of Rome's greatest treasures are only steps apart. Before we wrap up, I've got one last tip that can make a huge difference if you're planning your own visit. I'll also share my biggest takeaway from touring the Colosseum and why I think it's one of those rare places that actually lives up to the hype. So don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss this final view. Before you leave, here's my biggest piece of advice. If you're visiting the Colosseum, don't stop there. The tour we booked also included guided visits to the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill, and I can't recommend that combination enough. The Colosseum shows you where the entertainment happened, but the Forum and Palatine Hill explain how ancient Rome lived, governed, and grew into one of the greatest empires in history. Together, they tell the complete story. I'd also recommend booking the earliest tour of the day if you can. You'll beat the biggest crowds, avoid much of Rome's afternoon heat, and enjoy the best lighting for photos and videos. If visiting Italy is on your bucket list, I'd love to help you experience it the right way. Whether you're looking for Colosseum tours, a complete Italy itinerary, or your dream vacation anywhere in the world, Photasma Travel is here to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?